Traders and investors have one big thing on their minds this week. Let's bring in pro trader Jared Levy. Jared, I'm guessing that one big thing on your mind and everybody else's has to be Nvidia earnings coming out on Wednesday. What can you tell us?
Well, I mean, all right. So you'd be a fool not to pay close attention to Nvidia's earnings, right? I mean, it gives us a temperature reading on artificial intelligence. Obviously, we're expecting a huge beat. You know, I believe the outlook should remain strong, but one of the things I'm sort of honing in on there is how they're going to talk about this H20 chip debacle with China. You know, there's this new B30A chip that's being developed. What's the movement like there? Because again, that's again a big catalyst, not just for Nvidia, but for sort of the whole ecosystem of AI. So I'm curious to hear the opinions there. And I will tell you that I am got an interesting trade on that one coming up later for you guys. I promise that. All right. But anyway, one of the other things I noticed, home purchases are getting canceled at the highest rate in 8 years. I'm always looking for like that little, canary in the coal mine. And that just kind of blew my mind. 15% of the homes that went under contract in July, those sales were canceled. And don't forget, rates have come down quite a bit. They're right around 6.5 now. So that was a little bit concerning for me. Obviously, we also cannot fail to mention what Jerome Powell said last week in Jackson Hole. And I think, he kind of gave his, I'll call it a quasi concession speech, if you will. But here's the deal. He's doing the cut, I believe, for two reasons. One, he gets to appease President Trump, who has been like calling for his head, basically, quietly and not quietly. And that'll help solve that action. And then as a little bit of a surprise, I also think the markets, maybe in that middle area in terms of rates, we could see those come down. So again, maybe that mortgage rate can come down a little bit. But I don't think that he's going to keep cutting. I think it's cut and go back to hold. And that's pretty much it.
I'm curious, what would be your trade in Nvidia?
My goal is to try to figure out how can I stack the odds. I want to be bullish on Nvidia, but I'm also worried about some of the commentary that could come out during the session. So what I'm doing is using the September 5th options. I'm going to buy the 180 call and 180 put, and then and then I'm going to sell the 170 put and sell the 190 call. It's called an iron butterfly. So 170, 180, 190. You can buy this trade for $7 and about 60 cents. And remember, the most it could be worth is $10. The most you could lose is the $7.60 you pay. The reason why I like this one is I'm really unsure of how to play this. What I can tell you is I feel like this is going to be an extra volatile report for Nvidia. There's too much on the line and markets are being really finicky. Options are also baking in about $11 to $12 move. So I think based upon those statistics alone, this is a high probability trade.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you so much.